In recent weeks, the geopolitical landscape has shifted dramatically, particularly regarding U.S. China relations. With tensions escalating in various regions, a series of significant meetings and developments have underscored the urgent need for dialogue. Chinese Premier Li Qiang's recent engagement with a prominent pro-Trump U.S. senator highlights this pivotal moment as both nations grapple with the challenges of cooperation and confrontation. During a meeting with Senator Steve Daines, a Republican from Montana, Premier Li emphasized that U.S.-China relations find themselves at a critical juncture, stressing the necessity for open communication and mutual understanding. Dialogue must replace confrontation, Li stated, reflecting China's desire to foster a cooperative environment amidst rising tensions. This sentiment comes against the backdrop of increasing scrutiny regarding China's activities in regions traditionally considered within America's sphere of influence, such as the Caribbean and Central America. Often referred to as America's backyard, Florida in particular has emerged as a focal point in this ongoing narrative. Local officials and analysts have raised alarms regarding China's expanding influence in the region, citing investments in infrastructure and strategic partnerships that could potentially challenge U.S. interests. A recent report warned that Florida must prepare for the implications of China's growing power, urging policymakers to take proactive measures to safeguard national interests. In a related context, Elon Musk's unexpected visit to the Pentagon has stirred speculation regarding national security and defense strategies amid these tumultuous relations. Although the Trump administration denied that Musk had access to sensitive military plans concerning China, the visit underscores the evolving dynamics of security and technology in an era defined by rapid advancements and geopolitical rivalries. As these events unfold, it becomes increasingly clear that the future of U.S.-China relations will significantly influence global geopolitical stability. The calls for dialogue echoed by Premier Li and other leaders represent a glimmer of hope for mitigating tensions. However, the path forward remains fraught with challenges, particularly as both nations navigate complex economic interdependencies and competing strategic interests. Looking ahead, the outcomes of these discussions may very well shape not only the bilateral relationship between the U.S. and China but also the broader international order. As both sides engage in dialogue, the focus will likely shift to finding common ground on pressing global issues ranging from trade and technology to climate change and security. The world watches closely as these two powers endeavor to redefine their relationship in an increasingly interconnected and uncertain landscape. In a significant address at a key business forum, Chinese Premier Li Qiang highlighted the growing concerns surrounding global economic instability, particularly in light of ongoing trade tensions with the United States. His remarks made during the China International Import Expo resonated with business leaders and policymakers alike, reflecting a deepening anxiety about the future of international trade and investment. Premier Li warned that rising instability threatens not only China's economic recovery but also the broader global economic landscape. He emphasized the importance of collaboration and trust among nations to navigate these turbulent times, stating, "In a world where no one wins in a trade war, it is imperative that we engage in frank discussions to foster deeper trust." His call for dialogue comes as the world grapples with the consequences of escalating tariffs and trade barriers, which have the potential to stifle growth and innovation. The backdrop to Li's comments includes a recent surge in Chinese debt, which analysts attribute in part to the chaos in the U.S. economy. As American companies reassess their operations amid rising costs and shifting consumer behavior, Chinese debt instruments have become increasingly attractive. This situation has raised concerns about a potential debt crisis in China as the country seeks to balance its fiscal health while investing in economic stimulus to counteract external shocks. In a parallel development, China is bracing for the imposition of new U.S. tariffs, prompting officials to assert that they are prepared for any economic shocks that may arise. The Ministry of Commerce has expressed confidence in the resilience of the Chinese economy, indicating that measures are in place to mitigate potential fallout from these tariffs. "We have strategies ready to respond to external pressures, and we believe our economy can withstand these challenges," a ministry spokesperson stated. Moreover, as tensions mount, the Chinese government is urging U.S. officials to approach negotiations with a spirit of cooperation rather than confrontation. As a senior diplomat recently noted, only through mutual respect and understanding can we forge a path forward that benefits both our nations. This sentiment underscores the urgent need for diplomacy in an increasingly polarized global economic environment. The ramifications of these developments extend beyond China and the United States. Global markets are showing signs of anxiety as investors react to the prospect of further economic disruptions. A recent report indicated that uncertainty regarding U.S. China trade relations is contributing to volatility in stock markets worldwide, with analysts warning of potential long-term effects on global supply chains and investment flows. As the international community watches closely, the road ahead remains fraught with challenges. It is clear that both China and the U.S. must navigate their complex relationship with care to avoid exacerbating economic instability. The next steps taken by both nations will likely determine not just their own economic futures but also the broader global economic landscape. In conclusion, the call for cooperation from Chinese leadership is a reminder of the interconnectedness of today's global economy. As nations grapple with their internal challenges, the imperative remains for open dialogue and collaboration. Looking ahead, the success of these efforts could shape the trajectory of international relations and economic stability in the coming years. Emphasizing the need for proactive engagement rather than reactive measures in the face of rising instability, a significant development that highlights the intersection of technology and national security. Elon Musk's recent visit to the Pentagon has sparked widespread debate. The visit, occurring amid heightened tensions between the United States and China, has led the Trump administration to clarify that Musk did not have access to classified military plans concerning potential conflicts involving China. This clarification comes as the U.S. government increasingly focuses on countering perceived threats from Beijing, particularly in the realm of advanced military technology. Musk, the CEO of SpaceX and Tesla, is no stranger to discussions surrounding technological innovation and defense. His companies have revolutionized space travel and electric vehicles, making him a pivotal figure in discussions about modern warfare and defense strategies. While the specifics of his Pentagon visit remain undisclosed, the implications of such interactions between tech leaders and military officials are profound. The U.S. Department of Defense is actively seeking partnerships with technology firms to bolster its capabilities in areas such as artificial intelligence and aerospace. In a related context, the U.S. administration has adopted a more aggressive stance against China's military advancements. The Pentagon's new policy emphasizes a commitment to enhancing both economic and military lethality in response to China's growing assertiveness in the Indo-Pacific region. We must be prepared to answer the threats posed by China with a robust mix of economic strength and military readiness, stated a senior defense official, reflecting a broader strategy to ensure U.S. leadership in global technology and defense. The question of how China is expanding its military capabilities, particularly through the development of sixth-generation fighter jets, has also garnered attention. Analysts are debating whether recent images purportedly showcasing these advanced aircraft signify an official declaration of their operational status. With China investing heavily in its military modernization, the implications for U.S. defense strategies are significant. The need for a comprehensive understanding of China's military ambitions is underscored by the U.S.'s strategic pivot towards a more proactive approach in the region. The Pentagon's focus on integrating advanced technologies, including artificial intelligence and cyber warfare capabilities, is crucial in maintaining competitive advantages over potential adversaries. As the discussion around military readiness evolves, the involvement of private sector innovators like Musk could play a vital role in shaping future defense capabilities. As tensions continue to rise, the U.S. is poised to respond not just through military might but also by leveraging technological advancements that can enhance operational effectiveness. The intersection of private enterprise and national defense will likely become a focal point in upcoming discussions about the future of warfare and the role of technology in maintaining national security. Looking ahead, the ongoing collaboration between tech giants and the U.S. military could lead to groundbreaking innovations that redefine modern warfare. As the geopolitical landscape shifts, the influence of technology on defense strategies will be critical in navigating the complex dynamics of international relations, particularly in the face of challenges posed by nations like China. With leaders in technology and defense now more intertwined than ever, the future of military technology promises to be as transformative as it is contentious.